Yo, guys, such a short intro today, but it's because we have an amazing guest ahead. And yeah, today I'm super excited. And before we started our live stream, by the way, don't forget to share it and like it because on X we still have no notifications. So if you're watching that, say hi in the chat, and that will help us a lot. And yeah, we're live now on X, on YouTube, on Blaze, everywhere. So you can jump on every platform and watch us. And I'm here, I'm making live stream for a year already. And I'm interviewing great artists, great founders, writers, every creative soul into our space. And I'm just interested to talk with everyone about just lifestyle stuff, about their work, about their ideas and everything. And today we have Lorenzo. He's an amazing artist who made a huge project with NFT wall in New York. Hi, Lorenzo.
Hi, Ira. Great. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure. It's an honor.
Thank you for coming. So, listen, before we started the live stream, I saw that Normie started their space, and I didn't know that they have space today. And thanks to that community, thanks to Normies, I saw your art, by the way. Are you
Beautiful.
collaborating with them?
Yeah. Sark is a good friend, and we have some things cooking, and
Oh,
he's doing a lot of street art, and we
yeah.
met in Lisbon last year, so there'll be some stuff going on in Lisbon this year if everything goes as planned. Yeah, it's so cool to see what he has done with normies in the last few weeks. It's amazing. Big congrats to them.
Yeah. Agree, and I think no one expected that. Hi, Boyd. Hi. Yeah, I think no one expected that, and they move in like a really VIP brand. You know, they doing everything for the community. They're doing everything from the tech side. They have an amazing people inside the community, very creative, that ready to work for the project, and everything that they are doing, they just scaling it, and this is so cool. So I'm really happy to be a part of Normis. Guys, I didn't mean to make the same time today space with you. So yeah, thank you for this amazing, brilliant that I found thanks to Normis community. And now we're talking on the live stream, and I can't wait to know more about you. And before you started to show me your art pieces, and collages, it's probably one of my favorite art styles. So uh tell us about that.
Yeah, cool. So I actually launched my own project similar to Normies in the sense of a 10K art generative collection
Mhm.
in 2 years ago.
Oh,
Um, and I've been working on it in a different way than Normies. It's me and with my own artistic vision. So I don't really have a team, but I have a great community, and I've been making art. I've been making art in the streets. I've been making art with a plotter. I've been making paintings and sharing it with people. A lot of the people that I'm involved with in New York and all this art world aren't really into the NFT world. So I get to onboard a lot of people and explain about the work and the generative aspect. So that's one big project that I have in the space.
mhm.
I like to say that's like my PhD. And my master's degree was the wall in Brooklyn, which is why we're here today. And uh, basically, I figured out I come from graffiti, right? I come from street art and all this kind of world. And I really realized that the exercise of bringing the digital assets, culture, PFPs into the streets opened up a whole new conversation. And I did this exercise with CryptoPunks for about a year before I started this project, the NFT wall in Brooklyn. And I would call them street punks, and I would paint them all over the streets and different cities, and people would collect them. And it was kind of bull market, so it was really exciting, and would get a lot
Yeah.
of traction. So yeah, that's a little bit, a little intro of it, of the whole thing
Is
that
it your like main yeah, how to say it, stuff that you're doing in life, or you working, you know, on the usual job and this is your hobby, or this is your passion? How it's for you, or you're a full-time artist?
I've been a full time artist all my life. A lot of the times I have to, I mean, all my life I came to New York when I was 18, so about 20 something years ago. And and I've always, even if it's not my art, I've worked for other artists. I've worked selling out in the street, selling. Yeah, always involved with creative in a theater. Always with the production of art projects and this kind of thing. So I dedicate myself to art most of my time. Right now, I do different projects. I was just weed pasting for, we do weed pasting all over New York in different big cities for companies, for galleries. So I do side jobs, as
Mhm.
everybody does, but I'm fully dedicated on my art, and yeah, that's where I spend most of my time.
This is so cool, and I really like to ask people because I judge by myself, and like even nothing like I born in Siberia, like in very
Yeah.
like not small city, but still not a big as well. And all my family, there was nothing like connected with creativity or something like that. But I felt, for example, from like since my childhood that I will be a creative person. I read magazines mostly, and then this magazine inspired me to go more like in the magazines I find out that the life I want to live actually exists in somewhere. So that's how I moved in the big city, then like out of my country and everything. And yeah, but I felt this feeling from the childhood. What about you? How you felt that you're creative?
Similar, and I love what you're saying about magazines because they can be so inspiring, and media has changed
Yeah.
so much with the internet, but magazines were such a cool thing to. That's why I do my collage. No, it's like I'm going through magazines and magazines.
Can you show, please, maybe?
Yeah, I can show you a little bit. So this is, you can see. Well, these are paintings of code. These are collage paintings. These have code and painting, the Wu Tang Clan. So these are all made with the assets from the 10,000 collection. And
Mhm.
what I'm doing is I'm repainting them with a plotter. Here you can see a little detail. This is an actual collage. Oh, here.
Oh, wow.
So, and yeah, that's a lot of the work I do. And I was inspired by, as a kid. I have an older brother, and he has some pictures of me as a child, with just painting on the wall, like 2 years old. So I've always done this kind of thing. I've
Is your
always,
family
always.
helped you on your creative way, or they just feel like, oh my God, no, don't be an artist and all this stuff?
I'd like to say they're very supportive. I'm gonna show you something special now. Um, the my mom's a poet. My brother is a camera person. Like a
Wow.
film documentarist. So I feel like that's always been part of the conversation. So check where we are.
Oh, wait, wait, wait. I will put you on the big screen. Ah, yeah, the story is here. Listen, when you send the photo at the first time, I saw this is AI. Yeah, shields, shields. I thought that this is AI because the quality is so good. Like, how did you
Yeah.
manage to draw it so realistic? Like, this is look like 3D.
Yeah,
Wow.
this is what I do all my life. So I've been painting this mural since October 2021.
Uh-huh.
You can tell it's got stuff upstairs, all over the place. Me
Wait,
bits.
is one of the punks almost erased?
Oh
Another.
yeah, this guy, he ended up being a scammer. So I
For
erased him.
real?
Yeah.
And you just deleted him yourself?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're a world of women. There is punks, doodles. Um, yeah, I'll give you a better tour. Let me see if can I turn around? No, I'm gonna do it like this. So this is the studio, and as you can see, a lot of people walk around here. It's a big corner
Wow.
in the middle of Williamsburg, which is like a great neighborhood in Brooklyn. And
Wait,
here,
I had a question. Like, is it your building or how you have a right to draw on this building? How it's
so
working?
basically, I've been I'm friends with the landlord,
Uh-huh.
and I offered him I will do a mural for free and have the community. So this is Matt and John from the creators of CryptoPunks. They commissioned me. This is Betty from Dead Fellas,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the Crypto Skulls, Mombot. So it really represents a lot of people that even to the point. You're familiar with ENS, no?
ENS, I know what is ENS, but I'm not
Yeah.
sure that
So
it's about the
so yeah,
same.
the Nick.eth is the coder of ENS.
Oh,
So,
wow.
so we have, it's kind of very educational on all the different projects in this space.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, basically, I'm friends with the landlord. I proposed a project and where I would clean up his wall from graffiti and get the mural going. And I started that in October 2021. So it's been some time. Here you can see. Oh, there's Spike up there.
Where is Spike? Oh yeah, let's go.
He's
Because
way
when I
up
saw
there.
your wall, I'm like, where is Azuki? This should be Azuki.
Yeah, that's how we started. And yeah, there's a lot of things. This is my CryptoPunk.
Oh wow.
This is where it's signed. And yeah, it's been an amazing experience. As you can see, there's a really famous artist called Kid Super. This is his studio and shop. Um,
That's so creative as well. Wow.
so it's become a landmark in the city. I'm gonna go across the street so you get a chance to see how big it really is.
It's
It's become a
so
landmark, and
yeah.
it's become just a part of the city that people walk by, and a lot of people ask, "Oh, aren't NFTs dead?" or "What is this?" People take pictures.
That was
Tourists.
my one of the question. Did you faced with vandalism? Because I know that a lot of people they hate NFTs, so maybe you yeah faced something with someone
Yeah,
trying to destroy you.
there you go. So yeah, totally. I'm always cleaning it from vandalism. Um, oh shit! Almost got ran over.
Oh, take care
Hey,
about yourself. Come on.
hey, it's fine.
But
Yeah, I'm
not the
always cleaning it
company
for
one.
people. Paint it all the time, and I'm always cleaning. Like right now, somebody did this very recently, and I
Oh,
have to clean it. But I just come and I clean it. I paint it. There's a moonbird, grateful ape. Yeah, shills. Um, yeah. So that's it. And then I'm starting a project here, which is like a kind of gallery inside of the building. So that's why I'm here.
mm-hmm.
Um, kind of a gallery that will represent digital art, and that's why I'm here now. But this is very recent, so that's a cool thing to show you that we're building all the time. I hadn't really shared about the gallery. I haven't shared anything. But this is
I
gonna be
can
the
wait to
space where it
see.
is. So when people come to New York to NYC NFT, all this, it's a space where people can see it out the
Oh,
window. So that's messy. But yeah, that's it. So that's a little bit of what we're working on. And since I'm here and I'm opening up the gallery, and there are some spaces left in the wall, I'm opening up for the next. I have some traveling later in the
mhm.
summer, but these 2 weeks I'm here, so I'm opening up for people. Some people have hit me up, so I finally have time to do some work on the wall, and I'm excited to get more people on the wall you know once that gets
Listen, I
going.
really loved it, but and you show the space inside, and it doesn't look like too big for gallery. But one of the best of my experiences with galleries was in Bosnia when I was traveling, and it
Uh
was
huh.
like small one room. And I at first like I met the owner of this gallery on the street because she was walking with dog, and for some reason she was like, "Are you looking for a gallery?" And I'm like, "Yes." Yeah. So we just started talking with her, and she went with me in this one on this small room, and I was at first like, what even to watch here, we have only like two pieces of art and that's it or something. But she had audio installation, so you can listen radio while you're watching. Like
Hmm.
this was war installation. You could have like and it giving you so much information on the background of this installation, of this exhibition. So you watched it and you were like leaving this space as one of the best spaces in your life, one of the best places in your life, and one of the best exhibitions in your life, because background of this exhibition was like even more huge than any pictures that you can place in a big gallery. So yeah, I believe in small galleries. If you also put in some, different experiences, something to touch, something to listen. Do you have some plans like that?
Yeah, I mean the plans are infinite. For now, it's about keeping the conversation going about digital art and
Mm-hmm.
crypto art and all this, and even graffiti. And so this is very central. A lot of people come by, walk by, and everybody asks about the mural. Some people think it's an art building because they don't know. So now that has become a reality, and it will be a small space, not a gallery where we have huge openings and millions of people come by, but more. Like a residency artist apartment where you can come and an artist can set up his art for a month and come make work and invite good clients and curators. And we're in New York, we're in the mecca of art. So it's about starting the conversations and meeting people. What a lot of what you were saying.
Yeah, well, Gijo just wrote that next time he in New York, he'll bring cans of. He's a great guy and amazing collector and amazing founder as well. I'm sure, guys, it will be interested for you to connect with each other. But I want to say that you can actually order this art on the wall, and let me just find the link and show it to you guys so you could understand, like, you can purchase this this opportunity. So this is the link, and can you please tell how you came up with this idea?
Yeah, totally. So as I said, I had been painting the crypto punks in the street on
Mm-hmm.
my own, and then I got commissioned by a few. So I was painting them here and there. People would send me the ease, I would paint it. But then I had the opportunity to do this huge wall, and I tried to figure out a way conceptually as a piece of art that would use the blockchain and everything that would be cool. So I may have the idea of bricks, selling digital bricks. We build a wall together with these digital bricks,
Mm-hmm.
and depending on the number of bricks you buy, you get bigger space on the wall, no? So usually 10 bricks will get you one kind of space, 20 bricks will get you another kind of space, and then the big
Oh.
gigantic ones that were like 40 bricks, which they were point 0.1 always. So that's kind of been the dynamic. And as you can see in the mint link, I think there's like 35 bricks left out of the 1,000 that I
Only
minted.
35?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's kind of last call. I can extend, if people are like, this is, and right now as the special edition, usually the small spaces would be 10, an ETH, so it would be 10 bricks. But I'm offering this special option of doing it for point 0.5 since there's so many small bricks. And there's limited space. So for people that are really passionate, that want to be part of the wall, that all this, there is, there's some limited spots available. And yeah, that's how I've done it. So even if you look at the people that hold this NFT, it's the creators of CryptoPunks, and a lot of big people in the space hold this NFT, and it's kind of historic. First time to bring the digital asset world. It's the first mural of PFPs. Now there's a lot of them all over the world. People are doing a lot of street art with graffiti, but this is kind of the could be the place where it began, no? And where it gets seen every day. It's really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's on the street that goes from Manhattan to Brooklyn. So everybody that is like a truck driver or everybody drives by here. Celebrities, everybody goes by this street to get from Brooklyn to Manhattan from this neighborhood from Williamsburg. So yeah, that's a bit of the dynamic.
That's a gold place actually. So I think, like, if you want a raise, like, is it forever art piece that you're doing,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes. That's the whole thing. And even yeah, people that did it 3, 4 years ago, it's like $1 a day by no, like it's really it's there and it's part of the culture. So that's why it's very cool, yeah.
I'm actually surprised that I didn't notice Mibits on your wall, and I think it's pretty their stuff as well because they like ARL stuff, they like Web2, like they really care about connecting their personality with their PFPs, with their NFTs that they're purchasing, and that's huge part of your philosophy as well, as I understood from your interviews, right?
Yeah, and Bibit was one of the first that I painted on the wall. There's
Ah,
one.
yeah.
And
Mhm.
there is, and Sergito, he's a cool collector of my work also, and he's on the wall too.
Surjita is our love for real. I'm interviewed him as well, and he is just like I fell in love with him from the first conversation because he's so open, he's so smart, and yeah, really, really great, caring person about his collection.
Definitely, yeah, yeah, yeah. He really puts in the work and the effort.
Yeah, and you said like you have your own punk. What's the story with your own punk? Because I know that every person has like special stories with their punks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So my punk is a pretty interesting story. I have a very good friend in the space that minted five, and I don't own it. Like I can't sell it. I didn't pay for it,
Uh-huh.
but he's had them in his wallet since he minted them, and he's only used the IP of one, which
Mm-hmm.
his name is VR Punk, and he has that VR Punk is very well known. He's part of the Discord OGs from CryptoPunks, and all five of them are VR.
Mm-hmm.
And when I started the wall, he became a really good friend, and I painted one of the female punks because there wasn't enough female avatars on the wall. So I said, "Okay, give me one of your female punks, and I'll put it on the wall." And it's white hair and with the VR glasses, so she's right there on the wall. And then over the years, last year at a punks brunch, he proposed to me that I could use the IP and I could. So we have, he delegated the punk to me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an IP that had never been used, and I'm able to represent the punk community with the punk. And I can't sell it, but it's not monetary. And for me, as you see, I'm doing jobs and I do my art. So I invested all my life in making my art. Even my 10K collection was a lot of money at the time to create a collection. Very
Yeah.
different than now. That is. So so I've never even had the chance to buy a punk or this. No, but for me it was great. I get to use the IP. I get to represent it from the inside the space, and it's delegated and it's by a friend. So that's it. That's the story of my punk.
This
It's
is so cool and cute because I've heard a lot of stories how punk were given exactly because of the same reason, people just minted 40, 50 punks and then they like give away them because mint was like what gas price or something like that, like some dollar or two, and then no one could imagine that they will be so expensive and stuff, and that's crazy.
yeah,
Is that
totally.
your favorite collection, or like do you have like any different favorite collections, and do you have them at all, or you just with the art side?
Well, I let me think. I mean, I my favorite is mine because I worked on it for years and I'm very passionate and it's a long term.
Love to hear it.
That one is a dedication to CryptoPunks in the sense that it's using the algorithm and all this kind of work. But I like everything. I just love seeing the space alive and the people that are passionate and continue to show up.
Mhm.
Mm, yeah, I think I'm really appreciative of the passion that comes into every collection because I know how much work it is. So it really amazes me. Founders like like Cirque. Cirque has done so many collections that he's like so active. It's really a cool thing. Justin Aversano with Twin Flames with the different projects he does. Um, there's Crypto Venus, which is a crew from the Austrian CryptoPunks, which I hold, and it was minted on Art Blocks. Yeah, there's so many cool projects. I used to collect a lot, but I got burned so many times. I have to focus on my real life work and keep continue pushing it. I think that down the road will have a bigger weight than than just buying and buying and buying. You have to really concentrate and bet on yourself in this space. So yeah.
Absolutely agree with you. I'm super agree with you, and I think that this is the right decision because actually, when you're doing something creative, you need investments as well, and you need to explain this to others that your business, just like any other business, just like game business, just like infofile, like everything that needed investments and creativity, like at the first place, I think, because you dedicated your time. Like every time when I purchasing some artwork, I'm thinking like this person dedicated like this time in this capitalistic system to art. Like this is insane decision. This
Yeah.
is these people are insane, so we need support insane people. And yeah, I agree with you that if you are not investing in yourself, why other will do that? So
Yeah,
yeah.
and that's why I decided to do the big 10K collection to also learn if I'm painting all these PFPs, and and also I mean this project, when I did it I wanted to show, I didn't know how many things will go up down, but I really wanted to show that real life is the alpha, no, that what you paint in the real life, and that I got the permission for lifetime permission for this building. And
Mhm.
now maybe I think there is a number of like 130, 28 PFPs on the wall. And of these projects, 90% of them have disappeared. The cats, the this, they've gone down a lot. So, but the wall still stands. And the beauty of that is that the little kids that walk by, the people that go by every day, they get to see the art beyond. No, because some artists also worked even on Fiverr or whatever. They worked doing the art, right? So it gets to be that the little kids love the penguin or the dog or the cat or whatever, but it doesn't necessarily have to get tied to the whole crypto scene. It's just art. Um,
Yeah,
yeah. So,
and I'm showing right now your collection on OpenSea, and I like about identity as well. I'm always trying to find NFTs that look like me. And when I saw this, at first I like this Matrix style, and then I just have the same the
I
same.
love it.
I have this stuff as well. So it's
Wow.
like kinda look
Wait,
look
can
like
you
this.
do again? I want to take a screenshot. This is
Wait,
awesome.
wait, I will change my glasses then too. Look.
Please.
Wait, wait.
I love it.
I love it
That's
too.
amazing.
And I was like, yeah, I need to take this one at first, and secondly, yeah, because I really like the collage styles, and I made a lot of artworks myself just because I love collages and just love to draw something just for fun, just as my hobby. And yeah, I'm impressed by the quality of the artworks as well. Really cool.
I'm glad, that's so beautiful that you love it. And yeah, basically they're a couple dollars. They've been like that, but if you look at the holders, the 700 holders, a lot of big crypto punks hold them. A lot of really cool collectors hold them, and the people that hold them aren't selling them too much. The reason the floor keeps going down is people put in WETH offers for nothing and then make a couple bucks with them, which is interesting. But I don't care. It's the natural way. Crypto punks took 7 years to take off, or like if I want to be something like this, my way of looking at it is that it
I
just
love
has to
it
be
too.
natural. Yeah, the happy. I think it's enthusiasm. What's the name of that of the
Oh,
hat?
it
It's
has
it's a,
names. It has names. Oh, I didn't
well,
notice that.
yeah, and something. So like you were mentioning the magazines, everything from here, the way it has that look is that everything comes from a magazine. So all the collage are from actual printed matter, and it's a little bit historic too, because it has a lot of parts of different. Like those glasses that you just went back on. I think that's from the movie Men in Black, and
Mm-hmm.
this is, yeah, it's different. Just everything is a reference to pop culture, to our times. So even you see the girl with the hat a little bit up, and the red glasses, the pink. Those eyes are Elton John. So in the
Oh,
trade, it'll say Elton John. So you can, and then people will say, I wanted to make a historic collection that kind of talks about history and it
Uh-huh.
can teach as you move along. And also, it talks about like the modern human, which are these internet
Oh
humans
my
that are.
God, with the dog. This is so cute. I didn't even saw that. That's a nice trait. And
Yeah,
expensive.
that's a
Like,
fun
of
one.
course, it's expensive because with every art collection, even if the floor price is super low, when you go to like as a real collector, of course, you're not want to don't want to just purchase something. You want to purchase something that connected with you. It will be expensive. It will be like necessarily expensive because yeah.
Well, and
But
that's
this
the
is
thing.
so cool.
Yeah,
Mhm.
if you like things, the idea is that, I have a collector base that are really active, about 30 to 50 people. There's a group on Telegram
Mhm.
which has a bot. My first vibe coding experiment, which was a bot that tells, in Telegram, and we have a chat. Um, there's people really love some kinds of the styles. People identify with some. um and I keep building on it, so I'm making real life art, and I'm working on some other vibe coding things where you could play around with the assets and add other things, so you could take yours and add the cactus and add the other elements that you like from it, and then download it, and kind of paint on top of it, different
Oh,
ideas.
wait, so it's interactive
No,
or
well, I want to do. This is an app that I'm working on, but it's taking a long time. So this is future stuff. But I'm excited to always keep building on the collection. No, that's what makes it fun with these kind of works. Once you launch, is the beginning only.
Listen, talking about magazines also, I wanted to mention that I was like, at first, I really agree with you that magazines did a lot for our culture and especially for kids, right? And my first like serious, really serious job was in the magazine too. I just went to this way, and that's why I also appreciate this art. It's really close to me and what I love, what I like, what's like reflected my life as well. And yeah, I wanted to ask you also about collaborations. Did you have any collaborations with magazines or maybe or with some media?
So
Because it
yeah,
looks like they would like to collaborate with you.
yeah. I mean, I'm working on fashion with all this work. I'm working on a line of fashion with all this work, and I collaborated in the collection with one artist who's a dear friend, and his name is La Plaga. And if you see, he works with all the big reggaeton people in Colombia, with J Balvin and Fade, and with all the big names in reggaeton. Um, and if you, there is a little like green booger that it comes around. It's one trait, and he added this one trait, which is like the special his trait that I
Uh,
collaborated with.
where can I find it to show it to guys?
So it's called Rufo, Rufo. I think that's the name of it. If you look
R
it up.
U F O Rufo
Yeah.
Rufo what? How to find it? Rufo
I
and
just look at it in the traits. If you look in the traits and you type Rufo, it
in
should
the
be.
trades. I thought you have some fashion
No,
collection somewhere to
no,
show.
no, no, no. It's a trait within the collection. So it got, with the algorithm, it got inserted in some pieces, and it
Uh-huh.
really works fun. So I think if you look in there, if you type it,
Trades. It's accessories or what's
I
that?
think it's an extra. But if, or yeah, there's some listed in the bottom. Like if you go up, 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 there should be one I saw recently. Somebody had listed. Um, Farther up. Yeah, farther up. Uh, uh, uh.
We listed a lot.
It's a little booger. No, it's still farther, farther. Oh, farther up. And yeah, it was a way for it to include him, because he's doing just farther, farther up. He's doing the. I don't see it. There you go. See the little booger, like the second one to the end, next to that one.
This one.
Ah, that one. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh wow.
So his character is a mix between Bart Simpson and the Mars Attack character.
Uh-huh. Oh,
And these are all very special because they have that one. And he's a really big artist. He's got a big name in Instagram. He works in a lot of video production things, and He makes fashion also. He's from Medellin. He's kind of like the top graffiti artist from Medellin, Colombia, which is where a lot of the big reggaeton artists, J Balvin and them, come from. So they all grew up looking at his work, and it's a booger. It's a little booger. It comes out of the nose. It comes out of the mouth sometimes. It's like a funny little add-on.
Mm-hmm.
So
What is
that's the
this fashion
collaboration.
collection?
Sorry.
What is this fashion collection? Once again, he put in this trait somewhere on the clothes.
Well, well, he makes a lot of clothes. He
Oh.
works making clothes,
Uh-huh.
and I the fashion is that I'm preparing some clothes with this. So
Mhm.
some, like, I have like some cool projects with the fashion, and using this art to
Mm-hmm.
be the base of, like dresses and jackets, and some really cool new proposals based on this art.
Absolutely love it. With who else you collaborated? Because I feel like there is so much space for collaboration in your art. Like, starting with some interactive collaborations, because right now very popular, art where you just how to tell it, when you, yeah, trying to like put your camera on some art, and then it's giving you some 3D art, or something like
Uh-huh.
that. Or like, I don't know what else, again, something with music, something with yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
something.
yeah. That's the plan. That's why I'm back working on it, and it recently got verified in OpenSea. I made the bot that made people get excited because they can see all the sales, and and sometimes there's two ways I see growth, right?
Mm-hmm.
And one is building, like the bricks, and making and constructing, and it's kind of like an architect. And then to me there's another really important growth, which is the more organic growth, which is like how CryptoPunks, right? They just put the project, and the community kept growing and growing, and people more excited, and with time it became what it is. So we do a little bit of both, but I think it's really important also to let the growth be at its own natural pace. You think of an old building, and they might build it in a year or two, but then 10 years after it's abandoned, all this grass grows on top of it, and all these roots and all these things. So I like this image of thinking of the collection and stuff.
I love it too. I remember, when NFT just started, and I missed this hype completely because, like, I weren't even on X. I was only on Telegram groups, and I entered crypto with gaming. So I weren't like with NFTs. I wasn't with NFTs at all. But I remember some news, some art pieces. Like, for example, it was the building, and you minting this building, and it's like changing with time, and metadata updating, and you see a new building every time, like when you updated your page and metadata of your NFT. And it was so cool. And yeah, I feel like you can do something like that too, maybe. And also, your idea reminded me that I minted Slime Shop, and he is a really famous artist as well. I think you should know him, right? Like here on the screen.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Slime
I'm
Shop.
looking.
Shop, he's doing collages as well, and they are super
Love
creative,
it.
super nice. And he created this collection in collab with OpenSea. So we minted it for 0.1 ETH 3 years ago or something like that, as I remember. Yeah, 22. Damn, that was so. No, oh my god, it was such a long time ago. And the thing is, you went like you minted one main art piece and plus 5 layers, and then you combine these layers yourself, so it's all that we created by our hands. So I think
So
you should
cool.
collaborate with yeah, maybe collaborate with OpenSea as well on this, because this collection right now abandoned, and like no updates, but they told us like will be some story connected with that. But I think this is a cool idea for you as well. Just wanted to share.
No, I love it. I love it. I love the ways that you can get creative, and I think what I was telling you about the I don't have I have it in my phone, but I wish I could share with you. But there is what I'm basically what I'm working on with the code with the vibe coding, which I think the collaboration should be with the holders, right? So it's an app where you connect your wallet and your NFTs show up, and then you could mix them. So you can paint on them. You could take picture of your eyes and include it in the collage. You could add new traits to it of your
I
own or
love
of the same from
it.
the collection. Like there's a trait that you love but you don't have. And part of what I'm deciding right now is should that like let's say you have yours, you come in, you do the remix, should that
Mhm.
be a new NFT? Should you be able to just change your NFT and change it into that and like personalize it? There's
Mhm.
so many options that I'm really looking at, and the tech just takes time with vibe coding, no? So yeah, that's that. I think the best collab is with the community that engages with the art, which is beautiful of what you just showed me.
Oh my God, I really love this idea because that's how I also started my way with NFTs because I purchased some NFT from the collection. I still love they rugged, but I still continue to purchase their NFTs because I love art. And this may be dumb, but I just adore this collection. Even if they are not doing anything else, I'm continue to purchase items that I love. And when I purchased my first one, I like almost couldn't afford it. So for me, it was like super expensive back then. I purchased it with the traits I don't really like. So I started to make my own traits on that. Just draw it something, and I love this idea by making it more personal. So I think it's brilliant. I love it. But what do you think about like again, if we're comparing our experience from 2022 and now, I see so many creative, great, like really awesome people left the space, and you faced with this, like I think one of the first. What do you think about people that they live in this space, and are they like your
I
friends
think
now?
it's difficult to navigate the space. I since I was I've been an artist all my life. So my conviction was to do something where I wasn't gonna rock because it's my name that was out there. So I can't just disappear. And that's what has made the wall. I have to clean the graffiti, like you were saying, the vandalizing and stuff. But for a lot of artists that I know, it's a big mental it's a big mental it's like going to the gym, dealing with keeping the influence going. And I'll get collectors, we'll buy the floors, and then somebody comes and takes the floor 90% down, and then everybody has to. And it's a big mental weight. So I don't judge anybody that left the space, because as an artist, as a creative, you have to focus in life in things that are also healthy mentally for you and that you can sustain. Um, and I give a lot of respect that people that have stayed, and I have to learn in my own ways of how to stay without having mental breakdowns and stuff, because it's very difficult, right, to navigate the NFT world and the crypto and the Twitter X, all these worlds. What do you think?
And I really love this thought, and I never thought about this before, but I think that's also why I'm still here, because you just it's somehow became part of your life, and you building your brand with that, and you're just all your reputation now tied with this space as well, and you just continue building here because and trying to find the way how to support yourself, because it's really like affecting on your mental health. How many scammers in this space, right? You're facing with people, and they seems like your friends, they seems like supporting you or something like that, and next day they scamming you. And I think a lot of us faced with that, and after like many events like that, you just stop believing in this space, but you have no choice to find good sites as well. And I back to my experience working with magazines, with
Yeah.
fashion, and with events, because it's all actually imaginary, and just comparing that in web 2, this is also imaginary works. And I always had this complex a bit that a counter is a real profession, but what I'm doing with my creativity, it's not real. And I always was afraid of that, like, oh my God, I can lose my job, but all I can do is to create something. And I'm comparing right now our space with that my web2 experience, and I understand like there is no difference. There is no difference. You just creating something, believing in that, and make other believe in it as well. But if you have some mental health advice, I would be happy.
Well, I think it's you can't take yourself too seriously, right? You have to
Yeah,
do the project and you have to push it as much as you can, and then you have to move on to the next thing that is good for you. And if it's not, if it's in Web 2, if it's in Web 3, if it's nothing to do with NFTs, or if it's everything to do with NFTs, you can't take it too seriously, right? Just kind of you have to trust yourself first that you're doing it, do it for the right reasons. Because also, if you are, a lot of creatives got in because they got offered crazy money and then the market crashed the next day. So the money disappeared. So they invested time and money and headaches. So, yeah, I think with the mental health, the advice, don't take yourself too seriously and be ready to, it's very good to take a step back, to take a little break, come at it with the right mind, because a lot of the times, like you were saying, it can be overwhelming. We can meet into people that are super enthusiastic day one and then they completely disappear. And hey, what do you know? Maybe these people also got overwhelmed and had to disappear. We don't know. We don't know. You give the people benefit of the doubt. But for your own sake, uh, don't create out of you know the need of making money, which is number one rule in any kind of art. And the other thing you had me thinking is,
agree with that.
I really believe that technology is important, but human beings, we are human beings and we have our flaws. So if you believe in the technology, then you are passionate about the technology and you keep it moving. But if you believe in here, there's too many human beings that are hurt, that will hurt other people. So you have to let that be the side and really believe that the technology is growing, that is moving forward, if that's what you want. If at some point you believe everybody that says NFTs are dead and NFTs are going and it's all a scam and everybody's a scammer, then you don't have to believe in it if you don't, right?
Yeah,
But
I
don't,
love it. Yeah,
yeah, just don't hurt yourself thinking you have to be one way or the other. Just do your thing and believe
absolutely
it.
love it. Really, really. I will cut it and will put it as a separate video. This you are so wise. How you
Oh,
manage? I didn't expect that though. But there is so many wise advices and everything. Okay, my last question will be what do you think about Web 2, Web 3, and where to moving right now yourself? Because I realized like maybe I'm too stuck with Web 3. Maybe I shouldn't be so stuck with that, because in Web 2 we also have a lot of communities, a lot of support, a lot of people who interested in art. And sometimes what I noticed also, that we in Web 3 we all the time talking like we are so ahead, we're so about technology, we're so about this that, and this normies doesn't understand nothing. But actually they understand, they want to understand, they understand art, they love art. But we all the time bragging our numbers, and numbers scaring people, because they like, what the hell is that? And we're like, this sales, this ETH and something like that. And they started to be scared. And even if they see art they like, when they see numbers they like, what the hell is that? I don't want to understand that. So I understood, like, for myself I will explore further Web 2 and Web 3 together. What about yourself?
I agree with you completely. I think it's also an interesting moment
Mhm.
when it's inevitable that after pandemic, after all the time, even Web 2 people, they don't like the word NFTs, but they use the technology. The biggest galleries, the biggest companies, the banks. Maybe they don't like the word crypto, but they like the technology, and the digital assets are more and more part of our life. Here we are in two different corners of the world having a great conversation about art, and this
Mhm.
is part of the art, Web 2 or Web 3. Um, so I think it's it's good to be humble and not say we're ahead, we're so far ahead. But also, but it's good to say it to yourself so you don't leave it. But the people that still believe NFTs are a scam, that still don't understand crypto, well, they are kind of a step behind because digital assets, we live in a digital world. They're still paying with digital money half of their purchases. They just don't understand. So we're a step ahead in that way, but that doesn't make us better or more intelligent. We just understood something a little bit better. They might know other things that we don't know in life. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's a good moment where the shift is happening,
Hmm.
and if you see a lot of the bigger platforms like are referring to NFTs as digital art, and then the crypto side is kind of putting to the side because it's got such a weird connotation. But again, if you put, I've never been a fan of I'm number one, we're number one. I'm the first wall that did this. I never branded it like this, but now it's evident that after 5 years, this is what it is. Just we have to be even in Web 2 or Web 3. I feel like you have a big background with the streaming, what you were saying. You have to be passionate and just follow your own lane. We have this, the internet gave us this beautiful thing where you can just make your own lane and really build on it. So I think that's the key more than Web 2 or Web 3 is really be passionate and continue doing your daily work. It's like going to the gym. You're gonna get some. You're gonna feel
Hmm.
better. You're gonna do things, even if it doesn't get you money. You feel better because you did something that you're proud of. You did something you're passionate about.
I agree with you. From one side, I agree with you. From another side, while you're speaking, like it's so interesting to talk with you. By the way, what do you think about Foundation is closed? OpenSea delaying their airdrop right now. NFT Paris closed too, and it seems like such a huge platforms that made a lot of money on the artists, and right now they just disappearing. Like, do you think? People who will move space forwards is just usual people like us, like just people who participate in the life of this space, or it should be like big companies that will come from web 2 and decide to develop something here, because for me it's still weird when I see like foundation is closing something.
Yeah, but also as artists, we have to be responsible for how professional we do our job. So uh, you have to, and also our life changed as artists, as creators. Everybody got a huge new opportunity, and that opportunity could be used to buy designer clothes and to travel around the world and be at parties, or to learn and give some coding classes and be ahead of the curve and really mint on chain and do all your own things. So we have a responsibility as artists, and you have to remember these are companies work from profit. They've always, if McDonald's worked with all these artists over the years and one day they decide to close, well, the artist made money and McDonald's is McDonald's. It's a company, like it's capitalism. So this is the world that we live in, and more in crypto that was so tied to, it was art with the market, tied to a monetary system, super tied, which um it's a risky thing. So artists, in my opinion, we can't really be let that bum us out or scare us, or there's no space to really complain because the companies are companies. If foundation is not acknowledging the artist and they're going away, and NFT Paris, uh, it's just it's gonna happen. Like the market has been bad for 3-4 years, so it's bound to happen. Blame FTX. Like everything was going great till this happened, and then everything's gone downhill. And or wait 2 more years, 3 more years, five, I don't know, and see everything come back up. I don't know. I don't know.
Don't tell this to OpenSea because they will make us wait for these 5 years of airdrop. Yeah, for
But
sure.
think about OpenSea. They do their job every day. They keep the platform going.
Yeah.
Th- Imagine we have homes. We have to clean the home. We have to pay the rent. Imagine a big company like this so that everybody can buy NFTs. They're making money, but they also have a huge teams that keep the shop running, and if yeah, if they one day disappeared, then as artists, I feel like we should just be grateful to be able to play in that casino, in that game, instead of be mad that now they disappeared after they we supported them so much. No, we were all making money. It's capitalism, in a way.
Yeah, I super
Sorry.
agree with you. I super agree with you. You know why? Because I wrote in the chat when they like wrote for the second time that we delaying this airdrop. I was like, "Fuck OpenSea," but then it was like, "I love OpenSea," because they actually like the only platform that showing art respectfully, because blur for me it's just platform for trading still, because NFT they look like that, it's not comfortable, I don't understand what's going on there. And OpenSea, it's so cozy, it's so like I'm living on the OpenSea like every day of my life in crypto and in NFTs, and I just enjoy the platform. So I agree with you, they kind of have the right to delay stuff.
And delays happen all the time. You have a job, it gets delayed. You have everything is always getting delayed. That's part of. But getting mad, or I could get worked up and say, oh no, and if you play, that's the other thing. I invested stupid money that I made into one NFT and it disappeared. Who can I be mad at? Myself. What can I do next time? Not do it. I support artists of things that I can afford. If it's in a range, I have a family, so I'm not gonna spend on an NFT the car that I don't have. I'm not gonna spend on an NFT, but that's lessons in life. So if you're an artist and you're spending all your time buying points for OpenSea, and then you're mad because they delayed, then you're playing the wrong game.
I so agree with you. I don't like, I never blamed anyone into making me purchase NFTs, on making me want to purchase NFTs. It's just only my decision and that's it. Like I enjoy that. I met new people. I have an art still and didn't sell, didn't lose, or how it's called.
Exactly. Didn't.
It's still working for me. Yeah, but last questions for you. I asking all my guests about that. Wait, I'll put you on the big screen. And the first question is, do you have 5 more minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, so great. So first question is, if you meet Satoshi Nakamoto, what you would talk with him about, or what would you ask from him?
If I meet Satoshi Nakamoto, I want to
Mm.
know what music he was listening to when he got the idea of handmade Bitcoin.
Dope question. Oh my god, you're so creative. I love this. Never heard this answer. Who do you think he is, or they are, or she is?
Oh, that is I don't want to know. I want to keep the mystery alive. It's once we know, it's like knowing who Banksy was. No, it killed the mystery.
Love this, love this. I agree with you. But we heard like some theories that it can be even ex-copy, it can be, woman, it can be group of people, FBI, anything. I just love to hear theories about that. But yeah, I agree with you. And what artist do you like the most right now?
What artist do I like the most right now? Um, I've been educating myself a lot on other kind of art outside of Web3. So I really like
Mm.
um, just going to museums and meeting new artists and looking at what people have done 500 years ago. And I think we're in such a little part of evolution that to look at art that has happened in different time capsules, it gives you an idea of what's happening now, even if it's so quick. The technology changes every 3 months, every 6 months. Um, but regarding the NFT space, it's very admirable the work that Normies is doing. I think it's really cool, and what they've done with the contract and with the agent and really on top of the technology. I think that's a job that, for example, what we were saying, Cirque has used the time to really educate himself with how to do the next cool thing that is groundbreaking. This is, as a last little thing, I realize in NFTs, there's so much space to do something new, and so many people have tried to redo what already worked. But the really good value is all the new stuff you can do that nobody has done because it's infinite with the blockchain, right? So
Oh
that's
my God. I love it so much. Interviews with artists, like believe me, I'm interviewing founders for a year, and it's nothing comparing interviewing artists because artists has like such a fresh ideas, such a fresh visions, and that's my favorite type of interviews. Okay, last question to you, and I will cut this part of our interview too. Okay, last question. It's not question, but suggestion. Can you say something to yourself, and what would you like to say something to yourself in a year, maybe a year after we'll make another interview about another your project, and we'll put this your video how you're speaking with yourself to you, and you will see that.
so I guess trust the process and keep going with all your ideas because they're kind of crazy and out there. Get your let's see how much work you got done in this last year. Take a break every once in a while.
Love it, love it, and I'm here anytime you need some support, or I'm just happy to meet you as a person. I think you're great, and your art is amazing, like such a tasteful thing. And yeah, thank you so much for this interview. And guys, don't forget you can mint the place of the wall right here on this side. I will show you link again for zero point 0.5 ETH. It will be like small brick for you for your art and for your NFT that you can, yeah, place there.
Thanks so much too. I really enjoyed the interview and I love the way that you have set this up. It's really enriching also to have this conversation.
Thank you. And thank you everyone who watching us on YouTube or on X. I hope soon I will put it on as a videos on YouTube, not only as a live streams. So you can drink your coffee or beer or glass of wine and watch something, just how we talking here. So thank you everyone. And thank you, Lorenza. Bye bye guys. See